In this video, we'll talk about the Hacking Lab environment. In this course, we'll be using Linux as the hacking and penetration testing operating system. I assume you use Windows or Mac as your main OS, in which case you'll need to install Linux in a VM, such as VirtualBox or VMware. I'll show you how to do that in the next lecture. There are hundreds of Linux distributions available, and you might be wondering which one you should install. Even though the security concepts and hacking labs don't depend on a specific Linux distribution, and you can run them on any Linux distribution, I recommend installing Kali. And if your system resources allow, you could also install a second distribution like Ubuntu, PopOS or Linux Mint in another VM. Some hacking labs require two Linux systems, one for the attacker and one for the target or victim. What is Kali? Kali is the world's most popular offensive security optimized Linux distribution. Based on Debian, Kali includes more than 600 penetration testing tools, including the big ones like Metasploit, Nmap, Wireshark, Burp Suite, and AirCrackNG, but also a wide variety of more obscure and specialized tools. You'll find tens of hacking tools used for information gathering, vulnerability analysis, wireless attacks, web application assessment, exploitation, stress testing, or forensics. Moreover, Kali is free and always will be. The advantage of using Kali is that you don't have to set anything up. All the needed tools are already installed, configured, and ready to be launched. Of course, if for any reason you prefer to use another distribution, you can do that. You'll just have to install and configure the security applications you want to use, which can sometimes be a bit of a challenge. Note that Kali is a Linux distribution specifically geared towards professional penetration testers and security specialists. Given its unique nature, it's not a recommended distribution if you are unfamiliar with Linux at all, or if you are looking for a general purpose Linux distribution for office, development, or web design. For these activities, a distribution like Ubuntu, PopOS, or Linux Mint would be more appropriate. Also, note that this course requires some familiarity with Linux in general. It's not recommended for complete beginners. If this is your first contact with Linux, I would recommend you take my complete Linux bootcamp first to build a strong foundation in Linux, and then come back to this one. Other cybersecurity Linux distributions that you should be aware of are Parrot Security, BlackArch, and Tails. All these Linux distributions are designed with security and privacy in mind. They include a full portable laboratory of all kinds of cybersecurity operations, from pen testing to digital forensics and reverse engineering. You can install them in a VM and take a look at each of them to see which one you prefer. We are taking a break, and in the next video, I'll show you how to install Kali in a VM.